Don't tell me what you're going to do. Show me what you've done. Nobody gave me a manual and said, here you go, Governor Perry. Space shuttle's going to fall out of the sky over East Texas. Here's how you deal with it. Nobody gave me the how-to book when Louisiana was hit by Katrina. And there were literally tens of thousands of our neighbors who were fleeing that storm. A massive evacuation. Nobody gave me the book that said, okay, here's how you handle a bunch of people that's going to show up on your border, and you're going to have to deal with it because the federal government's going to fail to do their constitutional duty. About a year ago, nobody gave me a manual that said, here's how you're going to deal with Ebola. Because it's coming to America. And it's coming to your state. But America got to see what leadership is all about in every one of those events. Bobby will tell you, you can't read the book. You want to see leadership, it's in people that have been faced with circumstances and how they address them. America got to see a confident leader in all of those times. And I think that's what America is begging for today. That's what America needs. That's what the world needs. You see, the reason I'm so optimistic about the future is because I remember 1979, and I remember us being on our back. And then I remember 10 years later, when an extraordinary thing happened, the Berlin Wall fell, and a couple years later we saw Soviet communism defeated because we elected a president of the United States that understood that when America is strong, the world is safer. And we can do this again. We need a leader that will influence this country with their leadership abilities and believes in the American people. And I know how to do that. And it's not just rhetoric. I've had the great privilege to be the CEO of the 12th largest economy in the world. You want to put that into perspective? The Texas economy is about the same size as either Canada or Australia. Those are the two countries that we're about the same size of. I told Scott Walker the other day, I said, Scott, yours is about the size of Greece. No offense. But this is what we are facing in this country today. Are we going to choose someone to lead this country that's been there, done that, and can take it to the next level? Why in the world? I'm pretty sure this is the only place where people go, well, experience we're going to hold against you. Think about it. When you leave and you go on a major trip, and you get on that airliner and you're going halfway around the world, you want somebody in the front left seat that has a lot of experience. Matter of fact, you want the most high-time individual that you can get sitting up there that's taken that aircraft through all kinds of events, seen every light flash on that cockpit, done everything in the world, been through every event that you can imagine, like you've seen in the cockpit when you were flying, Colonel, that can bring that aircraft home with you and your family safely. That's what this America needs today. They need a captain. They need a captain who has guided the ship of state, who we know how it's going to turn out. One of the reasons that Bobby and I are such strong proponents of the 10th Amendment is because we know that the future of America is inextricably intertwined with those states competing against each other. Our founding fathers in common sense will tell you it was never meant for all of that decision-making to be in Washington, D.C. Anybody that stands up and says they want the health care decisions to be made up there, anybody that says they want the education decisions to be made up there, anybody that says they want transportation decisions to be made up there, are just flat wrong. I believe that governors and legislators and the people in the states will substantially make better decisions. I know for a fact that your governor and your legislature and the healthcare providers captain in this state will be able to deliver health care to the people of Iowa better than some bureaucrat in Washington, D.C. And we know for a fact that these states are different. Listen, my home state is a very diverse state. I mean, we got close to 5+ million kids in our public schools. These are, in 2000, we became a minority population in our public schools. These are not the easiest kids in America to educate. Ethnically, economically, geographically, culturally, this is an incredibly diverse population. We have a high percentage of English as a second language there. These are tough kids to educate. In 2003, we were 27th in the nation in high school graduation. About in the middle of the pack. It's pretty good, actually. You know, somebody said, well, golly, you know, as diverse as that state is, and being in the middle is pretty good. But I didn't think it was good enough. And we started putting accountable public school policies into place. Things like the largest incentive pay program for teachers in America. We started an expansion of our charter schools that grew into a massive charter school population. We started testing our children. Testing them in the 4th and the 8th grade in math and reading to find out when they were having problems, and then we could intervene and get them back on track. You know what the result of that was? The result was 10 years later. 10 years later, Texas had the second highest high school graduation rates in America. If you were Hispanic or African American, you were #1 in America. There's not a more powerful message that we can send to a parent that we care about you and we care about your family than we graduate your child from high school. And by the way, we let you keep more of your money and there's going to be a job for you when you get out. That's a powerful message. You know what? We did every bit of that. Every bit of that. Without taking any No Child Left Behind, Race to the Top, or Common Core money from Waterloo.